is Houting. I'm an autistic advocate and activist. I'm also a psychologist and an academic. I have a PhD in autism, and at the moment I work in autism research at Macquarie University in Sydney. Today I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I have been doing to help me get through this really difficult time that we're all finding ourselves in at the moment. So one of the things that the team at Reframing Autism have asked me to talk about is when I thrive. For me personally, I feel like I really thrive when I have the sense that I am achieving something, or that I am somehow being productive or doing something that I love and that I'm really passionate about. For me, a really big thing that fits into that category is my work. I'm really lucky to have a job that I am passionate about. Like a lot of people, at the moment I'm working from home, and that's been a big change and a big transition, and it was definitely difficult to start off with, but it's something that I've settled into a little bit. And I think it's been really beneficial for me to be able to spend that time still doing what I would usually do, still doing my work, and still feeling like I am producing something and hopefully contributing in a way that will make a positive difference in people's lives. A very similar thing is my advocacy work. That is also a way that I can feel like I am hopefully making a difference and making a contribution. Some more personal things I do to help me feel productive. I have a lot of hobbies that are, I guess, quite productive hobbies. I do things like knitting and craft, and they're productive in a very different way. My knitting is not going to make the world a better place, but at the end of it, I've produced something, and that feels like a bit of an achievement, and it makes me feel good. I also think that working on yourself can be a really important way to thrive and to feel like you are achieving something, whether that's, building skills or learning something, or whether it's working on yourself in a more sort of internal way, developing insight into who you are, what works for you, and working to, I guess, become a better person or to become the person that you want to be. That is something that's really important for me. I also think for me, I definitely thrive when I am supported in the ways that I need to be supported. That can be professional support. So for me, things like regular appointments with my psychologist and having support from a support worker who comes out to my house. And it can also be more sort of social supports, whether that's friends or family. For me, a really big source of social support is my cat. We don't have the best conversations, but she purrs, she gives me cuddles. She's a great source of company and of comfort. My top tip for supporting my well-being, and this is one that's particularly relevant at the moment, but it's relevant all the time. It's the idea of balance. For me, I find that having a balanced life is really, really important. And that includes things like having a balance between the time I spend alone to recharge and recover and the time that I spend maybe out and about doing things in the world or time with people. It includes time that I spend, balance between time that I spend working and the time that I spend, relaxing, doing, taking part in hobbies and doing the things that I just enjoy. It's a balance. A really important one is the balance between pushing myself and knowing when it's time to push through, and balance between taking it easy and knowing when it's time to stop pushing and to just give myself a break. I think that's a really important one, is learning how to recognize my limits, to know when I can push myself a little bit harder, and that will be okay, and I'll be glad that I did. and when it's time to just take a break, spend a day on the couch watching Netflix, and just give myself that downtime. I think learning how to recognize what my body needs and what my mind needs has really helped me to get through this difficult time. So I would encourage you to try and find that balance for yourself as well. Push yourself to be productive and to do things when you can, but make sure that you're also giving yourself permission to have downtime, to have recovery time, and be kind to yourself. This is a really tough situation that we're all in. A lot of us are struggling, and it's totally okay to just take a break when you need it, and to give yourself that time to rest and recover, and treat yourself nicely.